everybody, Yankee here. I want to take a moment today to address a couple of issues and questions. First off, I want to congratulate the president and his followers, the new president, Donald Trump, and all the people that supported him on a well-earned victory. So congratulations to everyone out there that supported Donald Trump. I hope he will serve us well as our president. Also, I want to address some questions. The first one was people asking me, are you happy with the election results? I got that asked me so many times last night. And I think most people that know me know the answer to that is absolutely not. I'm not the least bit happy. Not because I didn't support Donald Trump or didn't think he was going to win or any of that stuff, but because I am old and cynical. I'm a crotchety old man that's been fighting for gun rights for decades now, and I'm tired and kind of over it. So I'm not happy about much of anything that has to do with government. Don't trust any of them. No matter which one won, I would still think the sky is falling. Although I do think it's a better situation that Trump won, mainly because the gun community is happy. Most of them are happy Trump won, they're Trump supporters, and I'm happy for them. I envy people that can still feel hope and joy. I've had that beaten out of me, pretty much. But congratulations to our new president and his followers. Also, I want to address the fact that I was completely wrong about the election. Not that Trump would win. I thought Trump would win. If you come to my live chats that we do every night pretty much, you'd know I've been saying for a long time, he's the favored to win. It would be an upset if Kamala Harris won, or Kamala, how you say her name. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. But it would be an upset if she won. So Donald Trump's going to win. But I maintained that he would win the Electoral College, but probably lose the popular vote. It'd be same old, then everybody can complain that most people didn't vote for him. But no, not only did he win the Electoral College, he won the popular vote by a sizable margin. And you know what that tells me? It doesn't tell me there's more people that think Trump's the savior, or he was sent by Jesus, or, in that weird Trump cult that exists. That's a small percentage of people. Most people, I think, see him as anti-establishment. That he has got the best chance of tearing down our government as it stands right now. And I think that needs to be done. And I think a lot of people agree with me. And I think it kind of showed in this election. So I'm happy to see that more people want our government to stop continuing as it has. Because up till now, it's the 1% that control everything. Since the late 70s, early 80s, it's been the wealthy that control everything. The government hasn't served the people in a very long time. And until we tear it down and take it back, I don't think that's going to happen. And that might come to be a really tragic event when that happens, but I think it's going to be necessary. So that's how I feel about all that. I'm glad to see so many people think that the same old is not okay anymore and that government needs to change. So I see that as a positive. I think everyone should see that as a positive. Even if you're on the left, how can you support the system that exists now? I don't think most people in the center or even most people on the left support the system the way it is now. So think of this as a possibility for change. Now, what does it mean for gun rights? Not all that much. Gun rights right now rest in the courts. And we've been winning a lot of victory in the courts. We haven't made a lot of progress socially or politically, but legally we've made a lot of progress. And that's awesome. And I think we'll continue to make that progress. In fact, by, I'm going to say summer of 2025, you're going to see mag limits decided. You're going to see semi-automatic rifle bans decided, and they're going to get rid of them. Now, some people in the know that I know say it's going to be sooner than that. Then it's going to be late spring. I think it'll be summer, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think we're going to win decisively, and I think that is on our side right now. So how big of an effect will Donald Trump have on gun rights? Not much, I don't think, because like I said, he's too easily walked down the wrong path when it comes to things like guns. Remember when he said, hey, take their guns now and give them due process later? Remember when he banned bump stocks? Remember now he's promising that he wants cops to be able to stop and frisk anybody they see with a gun and take that gun until that person can prove they're legally carrying it. That is not pro-gun. And he wants to give the cops full immunity from prosecution on a federal level, state level, everything. Nothing they do can they be prosecuted for. That's not a good move. So we will have to still be vigilant. Nothing about this says that we can sit down and rest. We're going to have to fight more than ever, probably, because we do have these victories now. But we're not going to have to fight as much in the courts, I don't think. What we're going to have to fight on, the front we're going to have to fight on, is the social front. We have to start winning people over to our cause. If it's just the fringe on the right that makes up the gun community, which is what it is right now, if you're someone who's a centrist in the gun community, you're considered a freaking unicorn. Believe me, I'm one of them. I'm a horny horse, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You can take that however you want. But like I said, we need to start winning over hearts and minds, or in 20 years' time, Second Amendment's going to be gone. There's going to be an amendment to get rid of it. So I think we're going to see things start to disappear, like the Electoral College, like the Second Amendment, if we don't start winning over the new generation. Because within 20 years, there's going to be that seismic shift where the young people are in charge. The people that are in their 20s now, in their 30s now, are going to be in charge. Does that make any of you feel good? Doesn't me. And this is not the typical, oh, I hate on the younger generation. I think that they're perfectly capable. Most of them can get on a computer and do things that would make me cry in 5 minutes. Maybe they can't build a house or tear apart an engine like I can, but they can get on the internet and ruin someone's lives in 5 seconds. So I'm not thinking that they're just incompetent. I'm just thinking that their opinions are not aligned with mine and not aligned with anyone that's ever actually had to fight for their freedoms. They've been pretty much given everything. You know, people in the gun community now, the younger people coming in, they got it pretty good. They've seen the fights from the sidelines, but they're seeing all these victories. You know, they never had to really fight for them in the trenches. So I don't think they value their freedoms as much as they should. I think there's a lot of young people that think, yes, people should be able to be stopped on the street if they're openly carrying a gun. And I don't think that's very American or very freedom-minded. So I think we're going to have to fight as hard as ever, just maybe shift what we're doing. Shift from all these political fights and court fights to more of a social fight. Because the courts, I think, are going to be okay for a while. Like I said, it's going to be about 20 years. Even if the justices that might retire this term retire, Thomas and Alito, well, I think we're still going to lose a little bit of the conservative tilt of the court, because I think those are the two most conservative judges, and I don't think they'd be able to get a judge through now that's as conservative as either one of them. You know, I'm not a fan of Alito, but you know what I'm saying. So I don't think the court's going to change. The makeup over the next 4 years isn't going to change much unless maybe lose a little bit of the conservatism. So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue for us. But we are going to have to start winning over hearts and minds, because we got to go through this again in 4 years. Trump can't run again. So we've got to start bringing more people into the pro to a fold. So I, for one, am not going to be out there rubbing it in that Trump won and you lost. I'm going to be trying to convince people, hey, look at the bright side. Look at what's good is coming. And I'm going to try to win them over to my cause when it comes to Second Amendment, etc. I think it's very important right now. So to answer all the questions, yes, I think the election went the way it should. And like I said, I'm glad to be wrong. I'm glad he won the Electoral College and the popular vote. Very glad I was wrong, because I think that shows some good things. I think it shows people are fed up. And even people on the left, they stayed home. That just goes to show they don't care enough to defend this system that exists now. So I think that's positive. Now, I myself, like I said, might not be happy, but I think we got some good things ahead of us as far as court victories. And I think we got some real challenges ahead of us as far as growing the gun community, because too many people that are entrenched in the power and the money in the gun community right now, they prosper off of animosity. They prosper off of conflict. And when the conflicts on the legal level are winding down, I think they're going to start trying to escalate the social conflicts so that they can make money and have power. And that is detrimental for the 2A cause. So I'm hoping that enough people not only stand up to the federal government, but stand up to the power brokers in the gun community and say enough with the fear mongering. We've got the courts locked up for a while. We've got major victories on the horizon. We've got major victories behind us. We're going to start taking care of the state issues after we get those major victories. And then we need to move on and start saying, hey, you were my enemy before. Let's see if you can become my brother. All you got to do is learn the importance of freedom and why you should fight for it. Hey everybody, Yankee here. Just want to remind everyone that Toy Guns for Tots 2024 is in full swing. If you can at all afford to do so, please go over to my website. There's a link in the upper right corner of this video and donate to help provide a toy gun for a child in need this year and make their Christmas a very merry one.